What if the person you welcomed into your home was quietly plotting your murder? In Maple Ridge, Georgia, where neighbors waved from porches and crime was rare, a brutal murder shattered the peace in fall 2019. Danielle Monroe, a beloved school administrator and stepmother, was stabbed to death. The suspect, her own 17-year-old stepdaughter, Ivy Monroe. Danielle had always longed for a big family. After her divorce, she met Michael Monroe, a widower with a teenage daughter. Their connection was instant. Within a year, they married, and Danielle embraced her role as Ivy's stepmother. But Ivy, 14 at the time, was emotionally withdrawn. Her mother had died in a car crash 3 years earlier. Danielle made every effort to bond, birthday parties, spa days, room makeovers, but nothing worked. Ivy remained distant, her silence sharpening into resentment. On Ivy's 16th birthday, Danielle threw a party. Ivy didn't smile and later posted, "Fake love tastes like poison." Things escalated, hidden liquor bottles, threatening notes like, "You'll never be her." When Danielle showed the notes to Michael, he dismissed them as teenage drama. In April 2019, Ivy was suspended for threatening a teacher. A drawing found in her locker showed a woman, resembling Danielle, with gouged-out eyes. Therapy was ordered, but Ivy's behavior worsened. Danielle began locking her bedroom door and confided in her journal. "I don't trust her anymore. I sleep with a kitchen knife in my nightstand." She never got the chance to use it. October 12, 2019. Michael was out of town. Danielle texted a friend, "Quiet night. Ivy's in her room. Finally some peace." At 9:41 p.m., neighbors heard screams and shattering glass. At 10:06 p.m., Ivy calmly called 911. Police found Danielle stabbed 14 times. No signs of forced entry. Ivy was scrolling on her phone, seemingly unfazed. Her story changed multiple times. Crime scene investigators found a bloodied hoodie matching Ivy's size in the garage. Her fingerprints were on the knife drawer. Her laptop search history included, "How to stab without hitting bone. Can a minor be charged with murder in Georgia?" Ivy's behavior disturbed detectives. But things escalated when they found a shoebox under Ivy's bed, her journal. Inside were violent fantasies, Danielle being drowned, stabbed, erased. "She wears my mother's perfume. I'll erase her first." Was this mental illness? Or something darker? Psychologists suggested an Electra complex, an unhealthy obsession with her father. Ivy denied everything. "The hoodie isn't mine. The journal is creative writing." But it wasn't convincing. Ivy was arrested on October 20, 2019. The community was stunned. But days later, an envelope arrived at the precinct.
If you're enjoying this story, kindly do us a favor and subscribe to our channel. It is free and won't cost anything, but it means the world to us. We're just a small channel trying to grow. Thank you, and back to the video.
Inside, a photo of Danielle, bruised and crying. Standing behind her? Michael Monroe. As the town reeled from Ivy's arrest, Detective Renee Lawson had doubts. Ivy's journal and searches painted her as disturbed, but the wounds on Danielle's body were too precise. This didn't feel like the work of an impulsive teen. An anonymous envelope contained a bruised Danielle, time-stamped 6 weeks before the murder. In the mirror reflection behind her, Michael. Lawson reviewed his background. In 2018, a domestic call had been made to their home. No charges. Danielle claimed she fell. In July 2019, she was treated for a fractured rib, allegedly from stairs. But the injuries didn't match the explanation. Michael claimed he was working 3 hours away during the murder. But the contractor said he'd called in sick. When Lawson showed Ivy the photo, she trembled. "He made me promise," she said, "to never tell." She admitted Michael returned home that night. He and Danielle fought. She saw Danielle bleeding. Michael handed her the knife and said, "Protect me, or you'll end up like your mother." Wait, wasn't her mother killed in a car crash? Lawson re-examined Amber Monroe's death. Ivy's mother allegedly died in an accident. But the toxicology report showed alcohol, though she didn't drink. Her brake line had rust damage. A second opinion found it was deliberately cut. Michael had collected $250,000 in life insurance. Danielle's policy? $400,000. Michael listed as the sole beneficiary. Michael had manipulated Ivy, isolated her, and threatened her into silence. Danielle tried to escape, but it was too late. Her phone had a deleted message to her sister. "If anything happens to me, it's not Ivy. It's Michael." Michael was arrested in November 2019. Ivy's charges were dropped. She moved in with her aunt and began trauma therapy. But the story wasn't over. Another letter arrived. Just 5 words. Amber wasn't the first either. Cadaver dogs uncovered 2 bodies at an old apartment complex Michael once worked at in 2001. One was confirmed as Lydia Carter, a former girlfriend. The other, a mystery, wore a silver anklet engraved with RH. Authorities linked multiple cold cases to Michael. A pattern emerged. Isolated women. Abrupt disappearances. Life insurance or no close family. Rachel Hollis, missing since 2000, had initials matching the anklet. DNA confirmed it. Michael wasn't just a manipulative abuser, he was a serial killer. In 2021, Ivy testified. She told the truth about Michael's manipulation, the night Danielle died, and her coerced silence. The courtroom was stunned. Monroe couldn't even look at her. In total, Michael was linked to at least 5 women. Amber Monroe, Danielle Monroe, Veronica Hastings, Lydia Carter, Rachel Hollis. Michael changed names, moved frequently, and targeted vulnerable women. He destroyed phones, planted stories, and built trust with communities before striking. Michael was sentenced to life plus 110 years. Ivy changed her name and quietly began college. Her poetry reflects the pain she survived. Monsters wear the faces we trust. Rachel Hollis' remains were finally laid to rest in 2022. Her mother said, "She was not lost. She was taken. And now, she's finally home." If this story stunned you, don't stay silent. Like this video to spread awareness. Comment, do you believe there are more victims? Share this video, remembering their names is a form of justice. Subscribe to Unmasking Evil, True Crime for more shocking stories like this. Because evil hides in plain sight. And we're here to expose it.